So, you want to learn how to play Magic the Gathering? Sure! I'm glad you asked. What is going on, MTG community? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be doing a different video. And let me just give you a disclaimer right from the get-go. If you are already an established MTG player, you know what you're doing, there's really no need for you to watch this video. The reason of this video is for me to introduce the game to new people who are probably asking themselves, how do I get into the game? What do I need to do to get into the game? What do I need to buy to get into the game? And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to give you pointers of my own personal experience, and I'm going to show you and hopefully teach you a couple of tricks to how to get into play Magic the Gathering. Again, I'm not a pro player by any means. I am a very casual player, very easygoing for fun kind of player. Not really competitive. Sometimes I do, of course, and I try. And I have decks that may help me accomplish that. But for the most part, I go to play Magic the Gathering to have fun. And that's what the game should be about, okay? If you're getting into the game to become a pro, then absolutely this video is not for you whatsoever, as I'm going to be teaching you and giving you some pointers on how to have fun, and which should be the main reason why you're getting into this game anyway. So, those of you who are brand new, who probably just started playing the game, or who are thinking of getting into the game, here's a little bit of a story of this game. Magic the Gathering was created by Dr. Richard Garfield. Okay, and it was published back in '93 by Wizards of the Coast. Okay, that's basically how this game started. Okay, back in '93, I was a teenager back then, and I played the game when the game originally came out, alpha version, the alpha set. At that time, though, I didn't really find it to be for me. I played it, tried it. I felt it was confusing. A lot of kids my age were playing it. A lot of kids my age were doing great with them. I just didn't care for it. I wish I did. And for reasons I will, touch on later on this video. But as I said, it started back in '93, and we are now in 2017, and Magic the Gathering is stronger than ever. There's close to 20 million players worldwide who are playing this game. So it just kind of gives you an idea of how great this game is. It has been able to survive so many years where other great games have failed. So it kind of gives you that whole perception of how good the game is, or maybe it just gives you that itch of why is this game so good, all right? And that's kind of what I always, thought about this game. So basically, what we're going to do today is I'm going to talk to you as if you have no idea what you're talking about, as if you're just approaching me on my local game store and telling me, listen, I want to play Magic the Gathering. What do I need? Okay? So, first and foremost, the one thing I got to tell you is it's not hard. It is not hard if you have common sense. And if you put a little bit of effort into the game, it's really easy, really fun. So don't be discouraged by what the cards look like. It could be a little overwhelming because there is a lot of process. There's a lot of steps that you need to do sometimes to get a card playing the proper way. There are different mechanics. There are different kind of skill levels that you need to accomplish to play some cards. I mean, some cards could be a little difficult to understand. But once you get the basics, okay, then you will pretty much get the hang of it, and it will come out really easy. Everything else will just, basically be put into place for you. Don't be scared. Like I said, I always refer to, if you guys watch my videos, those of you who are subscribed to me and want to get into the game, or those of you who are going to be watching now and want to get into the game, I always support my LGS, and I say LGS meaning local game store. Okay, I always go to my store for FNM. FNM basically means Friday Night Magic. And that's when basically on Friday nights is where you go and open up. Well, you don't open up, but the store opens up booster boxes. They give you individual booster packs, and then you open them up and you make a deck from those booster packs. But we'll discuss that in a later video. Okay, this is just a basic introduction on what you need to get into the game. Okay, but as I go and give you this terminology, I'm just gonna kind of explain it so you guys have a better idea of what I mean when I'm talking about these videos, or if you go to somebody else's channel and they're talking terminology, you can understand what also that means, right? So, first thing you got to do is get yourself a deck, okay? A deck of cards to play with. So you can get familiar with this cards. You start basically looking at the cards and see what the mechanics are, see what the card does, and stuff like that, okay? Now, there are a few ways you can do this. And I'm going to show you basically what I think is the best way for you guys to go ahead and spend a little bit of money and learn the game and enjoy the game by not being broke and not going crazy to spend a lot of money. Okay, first and foremost, I think the best way to get into Magic the Gathering, and probably one of the inexpensive ways to get into it, is to get yourself one of these guys right here. What this is basically a deck builder's toolkit. Okay, this one being specifically from the new set that just released, which is Amonkhet. In here, let's take a look at the back real quick here. You're actually getting 285 cards. And basically right here, let's just read this real quick. Expand your collection instantly. The Deck Builder's Toolkit puts 285 cards at your disposal with everything you need to create multiple Magic decks. No two toolkits are alike. So there you go. First of all, it gives you the possibility to create multiple Magic decks, which is what you want, because you obviously want to build at least two, so you can play against one of your friends, a family member, dad, sister, whoever you want to play. You're going to need another deck, right? You're going to need two decks. So this right here gives you the possibility of making multiple decks. And no toolkits are alike. So that's really cool, because you're not getting the same kind of consistency in this boxes. You're getting some random stuff. Here are the contents: 125 semi-randomized cards, 15 booster packs from recent sets, 100 basic lands, including 25 full art basic lands, which is really cool, and we'll look at those in a second. Deck Builder's Guide on how to build the best Magic decks, and that's really what you want as a brand new player, as well as the Magic quick reference card and the storage box. So for $20, you can go to any local game store, LGS, Walmart. You can walk into a Target. You can walk pretty much anywhere where you find trading card games, and they will have this Deck Builder's Toolkit, which is amazing because you will be able to build some nice decks to play against your friends for $20. In addition, you do get 4 booster packs, so you get the feeling of opening booster packs, and that's kind of what everybody likes to do in the TCG kind of gaming world. Everybody likes to open booster packs and possibly pull in some cool cards from these packs. That gives you a really good starter to what you want to do as far as getting into the game. Again, it gives you the quick reference guides and how to build the decks, as well as how to work with the cards for the mechanics and the phases of the game and stuff like that. And we'll be opening this in this video to give you guys a quick look at what you guys are getting into there, right? Now, in addition to the Deck Builder's Toolkit, if you just want to get a deck that's already built and ready to go, and you will also have a chance of getting one of these guys right here. This one being the Planeswalkers deck. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at it here like this, and we'll bring the camera over. Yeah, so as I said, this is basically a Planeswalker deck. This one specifically being from a Kaladesh, which is a previous set that came out from Amonkhet. And this one is the Chandra Planeswalkers deck. Now, in Magic the Gathering, there are many mechanics, as I said. There are many cards that you are going to see and you're going to want to play with. But a Planeswalker is like the ultimate magic card, okay? That is going to give you abilities to do and to use to make your games a lot better. It's a huge help to building your decks, including Planeswalkers is such a great addition to any deck, of course, if it needs to be in the deck. And we will obviously talk about Planeswalkers in a later video. Right now, today, if I were to throw 1,000 things at you, you're probably not going to understand it. And this video is just going to become an irritating kind of video, which nobody wants to deal with. So we will look at every card in a future video in my series of, you want to play Magic. And we'll take a look at this Planeswalkers a lot closer in detail in those videos. But Planeswalkers is where it is. Okay, these are like the gods of the game, if you want to put it in layman's terms. Okay, so they're cool to play with, amazing abilities, and if you just want to get into it from the get-go, okay, these boxes right here, this decks actually are $14.99. So if you and a buddy wants to go out and get, and by the way, there are different Planeswalkers decks. So for this one's a Chandra. When this set came out, there was a Nissa as well that came out, which is another Planeswalker. So you can go ahead and go out with a buddy of yours, or if you want to pick both of them up and introduce it to one of your friends or family members, you can play against each other using these decks. And inside this box, you have a ready-to-play 60-card deck featuring a foil premium Chandra and 2 booster packs of Kaladesh, as well as a strategy insert and a magic quick reference card. That is where you want to be around this, strategy inserts and the quick reference cards. That's where you want to be when you're brand new, because that explains the game very clearly. Obviously not 100%, but it gives you a quick start to playing Magic the Gathering, right? And of course, it gives you a 60 card deck, which is a standard deck, and it gives you the Planeswalker, so you can learn how to play with a Planeswalker from the get-go. Again, you guys, I'm gonna guarantee you right now, those of you who want to start playing Magic the Gathering, you're gonna want to play with a Planeswalker eventually. It's gonna get to the time where you're gonna be like, listen, I need to start playing with this Planeswalkers and have more fun. And if you just want to do that from the get-go, you have the ability to do that by buying these decks. Okay? And it's only $14 a deck. Not bad whatsoever, to get into the game. Awesome, because I gotta tell you, you guys are gonna get into the game, and this game is expensive. It could get very expensive very quickly, especially if you're gonna build a good tournament deck. We're talking about hundreds of dollars, if not even more. So to start playing the game, and that's one thing that a lot of people have told me in my local game stores and people that I know, that they want to get into this game, but they just can't afford it, and because they think that this game is super expensive, which it is, but you don't have to pay a lot of money to get into it and learn the game. Okay, that's if you want to spend the money later on your own to build something competitive, well, that's completely up to you. You don't have to do this, but if you want to become, a competitive player, then you absolutely will have to. But enough with that. The third thing that I recommend, and here we are moving up in money world, but you also get some cool things. This is the number 3 thing I would recommend for you guys to get, and that is a bundle, okay? Previously known as a fat pack. This thing's used to be known as fat packs years ago, and now they have changed its name to a bundle, as you guys can see here. Now, is this the best way to get into the game? Probably not, because all you're getting here are 10 booster packs, lands, you're getting storage. Let's take a look at the back here, so that way we can actually see what we're getting. But here we go. We have a player's guide with encyclopedia, which is really cool because you can see all the cards from the set, from the current set right now, which is really cool. I've done a couple of openings of these bundles so far. If you guys want to go check them out and see what's actually inside, go ahead, and I'm going to actually link the videos down underneath, as well as an iCard somewhere up here, so you guys can go ahead and check them out. But you do get that encyclopedia. You do have an Amonkhet card box, which is a storage box essentially for your cards. 10 Amonkhet booster packs. 25 double-sided tokens. 80 card basic land pack, includes 20 full art lands, a spin down, which is something you will need to keep track of your life, and a quick reference guide. Again, is this the best to get into it? Probably not, because you're not getting any reference as of how to build a deck. You're given 10 packs. Each card has 15 cards, and you will just look at the cards and probably will have no idea on how to build a deck. Okay, but as a new player, it's actually not horrible, because you do get a storage box. You do have a spin down to keep track of your life. You do have lands. You do have other cool things that you're giving. So maybe this is something that you would buy together with something like this, like the dual tools kit, or maybe like a Planeswalker deck. So that way you can have some storage and you have more cards to add to your collection. Again, not really something I recommend from the get-go as a first means of getting into the game. Okay. Now, of course, last but not least, here are basically the butter of the bread, and that is a booster box of Amonkhet. And I'm showing you this just for purposes of talking about it, but I'm going to tell you this much right now, and hear very clearly, guys. Do not, and I mean do not, buy a booster box, as a new player coming into the game. Number one, remember how I said it was going to be expensive? This thing's run anywhere between $95 to $100, $110 in some places, for 36 booster packs. Okay? These boxes right here were not meant to be purchased by a player to add to their collection. These boxes are actually meant to draft, okay, out of. So you know how I talked about Friday Night Magic, and you get together with your buddies, and the store owner breaks one of these or a couple of these, and he gives out the packs to people there. Well, that's what this is actually meant for. Okay. You don't want to buy one of these right away as you're getting into the game. This gives you no reference whatsoever on how to build anything at all. If you have no idea what the card does or mechanics, wow, that truck was loud. Sorry about that. And you have no idea what to do, you're going to be just basically spending $100 for no reason, and you're going to regret every decision you've made so far, and you're going to hate the game, and you're going to regret spending money, and that's going to be the end of that. So this right here is going to give you a bad experience as a new player. Now, do I buy these boxes? Of course I do. Reason why? There's many reasons why I buy these boxes. First, I like to make content on YouTube, and this definitely helps me out. Everybody loves to open boxes. Okay, that's the first thing. When you do become a more experienced player, you probably will be buying some booster boxes to hopefully get some of the cards that you want to add into your collection. Do not buy these boxes to make decks, because you will not get the cards that you were looking for. Okay. It's a lottery ticket. What you guys are getting here, you guys are playing a lottery ticket, okay? To see what cool cards you can pull, and see if you can pull any money from these boxes to pay back for what you spend for. That's what a lot of people do. Like I said, I personally like to get these boxes because I like to make my collection even bigger. And then so I can go back later on if I want to build a deck and I have pulled some cards from these boxes, I can easily make decks for my own collection. If you don't have a collection, if you don't plan to have a big collection like I do, then don't even worry about getting these boxes. Go to your Friday Night Magic, go to the local game store, and then you'll be able to open some packs with your friends and whoever else you want to go with, okay? I can't tell you what to do, though. That's just my opinion and what you should not do. If you still are a brand new player, okay, and you want to go out and buy 5 of these or buy a whole case, by all means, do what you need to do. I'm just trying to prevent you from spending your money and having a bad experience. Because I have people asking me, well, why would you waste your money on it then? Why would you, waste your money on cardboard? Well, this is a game that I love. This is a game that I will play for as long as I can. Okay, I enjoy this game truly with friends, and when I go to my local game store, I meet up with my other buddies there, and we talk about things, we have fun, we laugh, and we play games. That's what this is for, and that's why I buy this cardboard, okay? But like I said, as you coming in as a new player, do not make that mistake of buying expensive things right away. Now, let me just give you guys a quick look here on my binder. Here is what and this is completely just going off track here, and I just wanted to give you guys a quick look of what you guys are looking for as far as booster boxes. Yes, when you buy booster boxes, this kind of cards is basically what you're looking after. A lot of people are opening these boxes just to kind of get one of these. I'm sorry, their lighting is a little off there, but they want to actually pull any one of these cards here. And like I said, it's a mistake because you don't really get many of these cards out of booster boxes all the time. So if you're going to be spending $100 to pull something like that, or to pull something like this or worth a little bit of money, then you're doing it the wrong way. And that's the reason why I want to kind of drive you away. And that is just a little bit of my collection there. Whoops, I'm dropping everything here. I apologize for that. I keep all my guides. Yeah, these things right here. So that's what basically comes. You get one of these booklets in one of these bundles I was talking about. And that basically, just let me give you guys a quick look while I'm out here. It gives you like basically a rundown of every card that comes in the set, and on stuff like that. So you can reference back to it and kind of learn about the cards if you really want to do that. So yeah, that's what comes out of the booster boxes sometimes, not all the time. And that is why I don't want you to spend your money, and I don't want you to get hooked on buying boxes as a brand new player just because you want to pull expensive, cool looking cards, okay? That's not what you do. So here we go. Let's open up the actual deck builder's toolkit, and what you got in here is basically, let's pull one thing at a time. And this video is going to be lengthy, so I hope you have time to watch this video and learn a little bit from what I'm telling you. Here's basically just a little bit of a, it tells you the history of Magic and what you can do. That's another thing I forgot to mention. If you don't want to buy any of these things at all, and you have a computer, okay, who doesn't have a computer nowadays, even on the phone, actually, any smartphone, you can go online, download Magic Duels, and then you can play Magic the Gathering for free. Okay? And then you can get cards, you can get multiple modes. That's one thing I was going to tell you about this later on, is that you don't even have to spend any money at all. You can honestly just go to this website, download it, download the software, and then you can play online for free. And then once you get the hang of it, you can actually move on to doing something like this, what I'm about to show you, or a Planeswalker deck, or a bundle, or something like that. So yes, you can absolutely play this game online, which is really cool. And to be honest with you, I still do play a lot of the online stuff because there are some mechanics that I don't remember or I don't recall how to play them and stuff like that, and I just want to make sure I'm refreshing my memory. So it's definitely cool. So here we go. You do get a nice storage box, which is really cool here. And let's see what we get inside. Okay, so here we go. Let's take a look at one thing at a time here. Here's your quick reference guide, which is really cool. As I said, it does give you all the setup that you need to do right there. It tells you how to win, parts of a turn. So there's your beginning phase, your main phase, your combat phase, your second main phase, and your end phase. So basically right here, and it talks about the Planeswalkers, which I showed you before. Right here is basically what you need to know on how to set up, win, and play the game which is really cool. These quick reference guides are really cool. When I teach somebody how to play, that's the first thing I point them towards, so that way they can learn that and study it and hopefully learn the game that way. So here is your pack of lands. I'm going to, I don't know if I'm going to open these because I can just show you other lands real quick in a future video. Let's take a look at what we actually are here for, which is the decks right here. So basically you do have, and let's open these up here. This is what you would get if you buy one of these toolkits. All right. And I'm just going to briefly kind of just go through them. They do give you quite a few nice cards. So it's actually really good to play. I mean, all these dual lands are actually very good, very playable cards. They do give you some full art mana. Okay, so that's what an island will look like. And better yet, let me just pull the plains. This is what a full art land, plain land looks like. And that is what a regular land looks like. Right? So that's right there. That's pretty cool. The fact that they give you all that stuff. And they give you a lot. All right, here we go. The regular lands. And they give you the full art lands. And they also give you some dual lands, which is really, really, really surprising, actually, that they're doing this. All right, so that is basically what comes in that pack. And then here is the other pack right here. And this one actually has the cards. So, again, we're not going to be going over the cards right now. I just want to give you guys a look at what comes in here. We will review this in a later video to kind of go over what each card means and the mechanics and all that stuff. But as of right now, we're just going to quickly give you guys a look here. We're already on 26 minutes, so I don't want to be making this open even better, or this tutorial. But they do give you very, very good cards here to play. And I'm surprised, actually, they give you that many good cards. So very cool. Yeah, very, very cool for sure. All right, and here is the other pack containing some more lands, it seems like. Let me just put this back here in order so we can take a look at these. These are probably going to be just more lands, maybe? No, they actually give you more cards. Yeah, they give you more cards. So yeah, as you guys can see here, they give you cards from each set, from previous sets as well as the newer set here. And yeah, not bad. Not bad at all, actually. All right, in addition, this is just cardboard. Let's see here. All right, the box is now empty. Let me put it aside here. They do give you the, basically, is this the, I think it's like a mat too, isn't it? No, it may just be just like a reference guide. I've never done one of these before on camera, so bear with me here. So yeah, basically it tells you what the colors mean and what the colors are. Right here, if you go to this side, it tells you white summons lots of small creatures, lock down your opponent creatures, enhance creatures in combat. Blue, roll disguise with flying creatures, strike your opponent with superior knowledge, counter your opponent's spells. Basically what it does. Black, destroy creatures, force your opponent to discard cards, steal life from your opponent. Red, hurl flames and creatures and players, rush with aggressive creatures, steal your opponent's creatures temporarily. And green, trample over your opponent with huge creatures, ramp up your mana production, destroy artifacts and enchantments. So that's basically what each one of these colors mean in reference to the colors. Okay, so now right here it gives you, let me just put this down real quick and kind of bring the camera up. All right, so here it says how to build the deck. And see, this is where it becomes such an important product to help you out. It says sort your cards, find your key cards, explore your options, focus your deck, add your lands, and play and refine your deck. So obviously it gives you this step, but it also gives you a bit of text here so you can go ahead and read and make the best decks possible. I'm telling you, I've used this when I was a new player. I used it, and it is such such a great help to be able to have these pamphlets with the information on it. Now, we'll of course keep this aside, and the next video we're going to take a look at the cards a little closer, and we're going to possibly build a deck here on camera and kind of explain why I'm building that deck, and you know, maybe hopefully you guys will like it and you can reference back to that. They do give you, as I said, 4 packs of previous sets, which is in this case is actually not bad because they give you Oath of the Gatewatch, they give you Kaladesh, Aether Revolt, Amonkhet, and stuff like that. I don't know if we necessarily need to open those packs now because I don't want to confuse you guys with more information than necessary. I just wanted you guys to look at what comes in these things and kind of give you an introduction of which any of these sets will be the best as a beginner player. Okay, so I think we're gonna leave it right there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna set this aside, and in the next video, like I said, we'll make something out of it. We'll even open these packs on the next video, so that way you guys can see what you get out of the packs as well, and we'll go from there. So there's one more thing I want to talk about real quick, and what that is basically anybody who is a brand new player out there, come have a chat with me. Come talk to me. Let me know what you guys want to learn about and what you guys want me to go over. And for those of you who are interested in getting into the game, okay, here's what I'm going to do for you. These right here, all these cards, okay, including what comes out of these packs, are going to be given away to somebody who is a brand new player. Okay, that is how I want to introduce you guys to this game. If you have an itch for it and you've been wondering for a while and you just want to give it a try but you don't know where to start, and you contact me on YouTube and tell me, listen, Fire Marshal, I really want to start playing the game, I just don't know where to start, I appreciate you making the video. And actually, you know what, let's do it this way. Leave a comment on this video. Leave one comment. You don't even have to be subscribed. Just leave a comment and say that you want to get playing with Magic. And that's it. I will pick somebody. Today's Tuesday. I will pick somebody next Tuesday. And that's it. You'll get it. You'll get the whole box, the whole box here with all the quick reference guides and all these cards that you see here in front of you, so you can potentially make a deck or two. And then that's it. Go enjoy the game. Okay? But we will, however, like I said before, I do give this away. I do want to open up these packs. I do want to kind of build a deck and see what I would build as far as my experience goes and stuff like that. So in that way we can have some fun doing this kind of stuff. All right. I hope you guys appreciate this. If you guys want me to go more into detail of what each one of these products will do again, please by all means let me know. I will make the best I can to give you more information on this game, as it is really cool. I enjoy it, and I hope you guys enjoy it as well. I want to make sure that you guys get to play at least once so you can figure out how exciting this game really is. Okay? Alright guys, well, have a great day, and again, leave me a like if you liked the video. If you did not like it, give me a dislike and let me know what I can do better. And as always, subscribe and hit the bell for more notifications when I do make more videos like this. Alright, talk to you guys later.